3 things you have always to remember. 1. The best investment you can make is in yourself. Skills, knowledge, and self-improvement will always give you the highest return. You can invest money in a business, a house, or other possessions, but investing in your knowledge, skills, character, and personal growth will continue benefiting you throughout your life. Many people think investment is only about money. They ask these questions: where should I put my money? Which business should I invest in? Which property should I buy? These are important questions, but there is another important question. What am I doing to improve myself? Because whatever you learn and develop within yourself stay with you for years. If you lose money, you can earn it again. If you lose a job, you can find another one. If a business fails, you can start again. The knowledge, skills, wisdom, discipline, and experience you gain along the way continue helping you in your next opportunity. Over time, new skill help you to get better opportunities, earn more income, solve problems, or even build something on your own. Invest in your knowledge. The world is constantly changing. New technology appears, new industries develop, new skills become valuable. If you continue learning, you increase your ability to adapt. You can read books, take courses, learn from experienced people, practice new skills, and study subjects that interest you. You do not need to become an expert in everything. Choose areas that are useful for your goals and keep improving. Invest in your skills. Knowledge tells you what something is. Skill means you can actually do something with that knowledge. For example, knowing how communication works is different from being a good communicator. Knowing about business is different from knowing how to run a business. Knowing about fitness is different from having healthy habits. Practice turns knowledge into ability. Invest in your character. Self-improvement is about becoming a better person. You have to develop patience, discipline, honesty, responsibility, humility, courage, kindness, self-control. These qualities influence every area of your life. A person can have great knowledge but still damage their relationships because they lack patience or humility. So true self-improvement includes both what you know and who you become. Invest in your health. Your body and mind are also part of your future. Learning to sleep properly, exercise, eat well, manage stress, and maintain healthy relationships can help you remain strong enough to pursue your goals. There is little value in building a successful life if you completely destroy yourself in the process. For a Christian, the most important investment is not simply career development or financial success. It is spiritual growth. Time spent praying, reading God's word, developing godly character, and learning to follow Christ shapes the person you are becoming. Investing wisely in yourself increases your capacity to handle opportunities, overcome challenges, serve others, and build a meaningful life. Don't spend all your time investing in things you own while neglecting the person you are becoming. Invest in your knowledge, skills, health, character, relationships, and spiritual growth. Possessions can be lost, but what you learn and become continue to shape your life for years. The better you become, the better prepared you are to recognize opportunities, overcome challenges, and use your gifts for a meaningful purpose. 2. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Tough times don't last. Strong people do. Use challenges as fuel for your next breakthrough. A setback does not mean your story is over. Sometimes life becomes difficult. You may fail, lose an opportunity, experience disappointment, face rejection, or find yourself in a season where nothing seems to be going according to plan. But a difficult season does not have to become a permanent condition. A setback can become a turning point if you learn from it and keep moving forward. The difficulties you experience today prepare you for something better tomorrow. Difficult seasons can teach you things. When life is easy, you may not discover how strong, patient, or resilient you can be. Challenges reveal things about you. They can teach you patience, courage, discipline, perseverance, humility, wisdom, dependence on God. Sometimes you discover strengths you did not know you had because a difficult situation forced you to use them. Struggles become lessons. Failures become turning points. Disappointments redirect you toward a better path. Closed doors protect you from something you cannot yet see. Tough times don't last. Strong people do. Difficult seasons are temporary, but the character you develop through them remain with you. You can develop strength even when the situation does not immediately change. You may not control the storm, but you can learn how to stand through it. You may not control what happened yesterday, but you can control what you do today. Use difficult experiences as motivation to grow, rather than allowing them to destroy your hope. If you failed, learn. If you were rejected, improve. If you made a mistake, take responsibility. If someone hurts you, heal. If a door closed, look for another opportunity. If you lost something valuable, allow yourself to grieve, but do not automatically assume that your future has ended. The goal is not to pretend that pain does not hurt. The goal is to refuse to let pain have the final word. 3. You are the author of your own story. No matter where you come from, you have the power to rewrite your future. Take control and create a life you love. Your past may have influenced you, but it does not have to determine your future. You may not be able to change what happened yesterday, but you can make choices today that can change the direction of your life. Everyone has a story. Some people grew up with many opportunities, others grew up with very little. Some had loving families, others experienced rejection, disappointment, or difficult relationships. Some people made good decisions early in life, others made serious mistakes. But wherever you come from, your story does not have to end where your past ended. No matter where you come from, you have the power to rewrite your future. You cannot erase your past. You cannot go back and change what happened. You cannot change every circumstance. You cannot control everything that happens to you. But you can decide what you will do with what happened to you. Your past is a chapter, not the entire book. Sometimes people become trapped by their history. They think, this is who I have always been. My family was like this, so I will always be like this. I made too many mistakes. I wasted too many years. It is too late for me. But these thoughts become chains. Your past can explain where you are, but it does not have to decide where you are going. You can learn new skills. You can change unhealthy habits. You can apologize. You can forgive. You can seek help. You can develop discipline. You can change the people you spend time with. You can make better decisions. You can begin again. Sometimes the most important decision you can make is simply, I don't want to live the same way anymore. Unexpected things happen. People make choices that affect us. Opportunities come and go. Some circumstances are completely outside our control. But you still have responsibility for your choices and responses. You can choose what you learn. You can choose what habits you develop. You can choose whether you keep trying. You can choose who you allow close to you. You can choose what kind of person you want to become. That is where your power is. Instead of constantly asking, why did this happen to me? Sometimes ask, what can I do from here? That question moves you from helplessness toward responsibility. You don't have to change everything at once begins with small choices. Small choices repeated consistently create a completely different life over time. Your past is part of your story, but it does not have to be the final chapter. You cannot change yesterday, but you can make different choices today. Learn from your mistakes, change what needs to change, take responsibility for what you can control, and trust God with what you cannot. Your story is still being written, and with God's help, a difficult chapter does not have to become the ending.